Hey guys, it's Mo and I am here to do another mukbang with you guys. If you watched my last video, then you probably heard me say that I really wanted to go see this movie called Tully that came out and I wanted to do a movie review on it. So we're going to be doing that today. If you haven't seen that movie and you want to see that movie, watch that movie first and then come back and watch the mukbang review because there will be spoilers. Okay, alert, alert. I'm spoiling the whole movie. All right. Okay, so you guys ready? Today we have to eat. I gotta put it. Plastic wrap over this broccoli here. Got broccoli, and I actually, sorry, I didn't know where to put that. Had some leftover cheese from yesterday, so I'm gonna sprinkle that on top of my broccoli. And then I've got a pizza here. There is a specific reason why I have pizza and broccoli as a combo for today's video, and we'll get into that later. Right now, I'm trying to get into this pizza because I'm starving. And it's still hot. So the pizza I got, honestly, I forget. There's pepperoni, sausage, and ham on here, I believe. It's still hot. Okay, so first let me tell you I think I already told you guys what the movie was about. The movie was supposed to be about like this overwhelmed mother of 3. She's got like a newborn, and so she gets a night nanny. And you guys know I'm a night nanny. So I was really interested in seeing the film to see like what they had to say about night nannies. Also, for anyone who doesn't know what a night nanny is, I'm going to actually put in my promotional video that I had made of me at work doing night nanny things. So I'm going to give you guys like a little 2-minute commercial break. And I'll catch you back here. I'll still be like this, by the way. Same slice of pizza. I've always loved babies. It's primarily babies. I don't know why. Well, I guess it's because like they're just so tiny and innocent and pure, and I don't know, I've always just loved babies.
Hey Monique, how you doing tonight?
Scott, how are you?
Wonderful, good to see you.
The idea of being a night nanny is to be able to let the parents rest, you know, peacefully and undisturbed throughout the night. Obviously, I want them to feel comfortable with me, you know, let them know that their baby is in safe hands overnight so that they are able to rest, you know, not worrying about the child. How are you? How was she today? She did great. Good, good. Did you have a good day? I just want them to get a good night's rest so that they're able to enjoy the baby in its waking hours without being too exhausted or too groggy or sleepy. Eventually, with the sleep training, the goal is for me to get them sleeping through the night, preferably by 6 months, and so then they will no longer need me, but the baby will be sleeping through the night, so the whole family will sleep peacefully. I look forward to coming to work. I'm glad that I've picked this career, or this career chose me. It's just, they bring me happiness, they bring me joy. Are those toes delicious? I take over the night shift. So I get the baby ready for bed, I give them a warm bath, put them in their PJs, give them a warm bottle, do some snuggles, sometimes books and lullabies, and then I put them down. Look, heavy. Getting heavy. Just love the babies, their little smiles and their little coos, and you know, they look at you and they love you unconditionally. It makes me happy.
So did you guys like that video? I'm pretty proud of it. I'm like super proud of it. Okay, so basically, that's just how the movie goes. There's a woman, and she's got, like, I don't know, it's like maybe a 8-year-old, and then like maybe a 6-year-old, and then a newborn. Well, she was pregnant at the beginning. And they show how already, just with the 2 kids and no newborn baby, how exhausting life can be. Especially because one of her children, they never actually labeled him in the movie. But one of her son, her youngest child, has like, he's on the spectrum. Like he's got some form of like autism. So it's difficult. Like I pre-cut this, but I don't think I did a very good job. This would be a good thumbnail. Okay, I think I'm gonna use it as my thumbnail. So anyway, he's a difficult child. Just very draining and exhausting, and you know, needing a lot of attention. He's on the spectrum. Excuse me. And so then she's pregnant. She's like 9 months pregnant. She started maternity leave. She's married, got a husband. Husband works. I guess he does well enough. He helps out as much as a husband helps out, you know, like he does help, but it's not enough. It's not nearly as much as what mommy is doing. But he does help. Like he helps with the lunches. I think he helps with homework. He doesn't have any time for her after work and the children. In his spare time, he wants to play video games. So anywho, her brother is supposed to be rich. And I want to like point this out. Let me get this out here. They made it seem like they were like, just, oh, we're so poor. But they were fine. They lived in a suburb. Like, they were fine. Now, compared to her brother, who was rich, you know, they're like, you know, he's got this new Range Rover and this house and nannies and, but I don't know. They were fine. And I think the reason why I wanted to point that out is because I come from worse. I've seen worse. So they're fine. They're fine. So anyway, rich brother tells her about how with their children, they hired a night nanny. And, you know, how beneficial she was in that moment of their lives. And so, and the woman, she's like, she doesn't know. She's kind of apprehensive to the idea. She's like, no, I don't need a night nanny. I can do this myself. It's expensive. We can't afford a night nanny. Even though the brother gave her the night nanny as a kind of like a baby shower gift. It was a present. So the brother was paying for the nanny, not them. And she's like, I don't know. You know, the nannies are crazy, and you know, she's thinking hand that rocks the cradle, and he's like, no, thank you. But then comes, I don't know, I think she's about 3 weeks into it. Like, she had the baby. And now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know. Okay, I'm probably doing a horrible job of, like, explaining this. I'm just going to get to the point of the movie. Like, the huge spoiler. The big plot twist. So, then in the movie, they make it seem like she's exhausted. She's at wit's end. The baby is now 3 weeks old. Staying up all night, doing the night feedings and the changings and the soothing. It's just too much. And then she's still got the 2 older kids during the day, and it's a lot. So she finally breaks down. She calls the night nanny. Night nanny comes in. Everything's going great. They've got this great bond relationship, and she's getting better. Like, the mom's getting better. And then there's like this weird twist. So the twist is that there is no night nanny. The twist is that the mom is suffering from postpartum psychosis, not postpartum depression. I mean, I'm sure she's got that too, but she's suffering from postpartum psychosis, which is like, you know, a few jumps over just kind of postpartum depression, where she basically just thought up, like, the night nanny. Like, she was the night nanny. The night nanny was her, like, in her 20s. And I guess I should have seen it coming. Because in the hospital, you can tell that already she was probably suffering from postpartum depression. Because she wasn't smiling, she wasn't happy, she wasn't laughing, she wasn't, you know, doting over the child. She didn't even really want to be bothered with the child. Like, she had some visitors come in and they, you know, did the whole congratulations, and they doted on the baby, and they're like, do you want me to give it back to you? And she was like, no, you can just put her in the bassinet. Like, she was just like, no. So I should have noticed then already that she should have been, like, you would have wanted to keep your eye on her, because she probably could suffer from postpartum depression, which is a big deal, and it's very serious. But overall, I'm gonna tell you why I didn't like the movie. I didn't like the movie. I don't know if I told you that already. Didn't like it. First, hold on, let me say this first. I have other things to say. I'm sorry, I'm like probably jumpy and all over the place. And of course I'm getting full because I'm talking. But like, the person who created, directed, wrote, I don't know, I think directed this film, also directed a film called Juno and Young Adult. I actually never heard about Young Adult until Tully came out. But I love Juno. I own Juno. I actually just watched that movie like not even 2 weeks ago. So all here for Juno, which is part of the reason why I was super excited to see this film. And I did see, you can tell that it's the same director or writer or whoever. I could see a lot of Juno in Tully. Like the jokes and the humor, and it's kind of the whole style. It was the same. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry I'm jumping around. But listen, I wanted to tell you guys why I'm having pizza and broccoli. So the mom, exhausted, you know, her days are long. It's hard being a mom. It's hard caring for these children. And this is when she was, I think she was she still pregnant? I think this was after the pregnancy. So she had just given birth, whatever. Basically, come dinner time, she serves up some frozen pizza and a bag of steamed broccoli. Like, quick, easy. The kids love it. You know, she threw in, you know, guys, how I am about my greens. She threw in some greens. And it was like one of those steamable bags, too, which is the same that this is. I love those, like, steamable veggie bags. Great invention. And so quick. Quick and easy. You ain't gotta mess with no dishes. So that's why I have this meal. And then her husband comes home from work and they're eating dinner, but he comes in the house and he's like, great, frozen pizza again. And of course she's just kind of like, just that look, like she didn't say nothing. But so that's why I'm having frozen pizza and broccoli. You guys, this is like the last week for this cup. I'm so sad about it. If I have any subscribers that are getting ready to turn 30 and you are 30 and fabulous and you want my 30 and fabulous cup, leave a comment below. Because, I mean, it's for 30. And I'm trying to, like, stop being, like, a little pack rat. And it'd be a good memory, but I don't need it. So, only if you're getting ready to turn 30, though. If you want this cup, tell me. Okay, you guys, so here's what I was like struggling with in the movie. So at first when they're like, oh, you should, you know, we're gonna gift you this night nanny, blah blah blah, she's like, no, I don't want it. She gets overwhelmed. Like I said, about 3 weeks in, she finally breaks down. She calls the night nanny. On day 1, the night nanny shows up. The night nanny is Tully. Her name is Tully. And I already had, and this is, like I said, I wanted to see, like, how well they did it, like, with me being a night nanny. Like, just all the things that she did wrong. I don't know, it was bothering me. But it made sense at the end because she wasn't really a night nanny. It was really just Tully and herself. Or not Tully, but the mom. But Chick shows up, y'all, with a crop top on. Like, straight shows up to this woman's house on her first day with a crop top on. And then she kind of, like, comes straight in the house and she's messing with the baby and she's kind of weird. Like, she's being weird. So already I had a problem with what she had on. The crop top, no. I actually wear scrubs to work. This is actually a pair right now that I'm wearing. And I have them embroidered here with my company name and logo. So, you know, they're professional. They're comfortable. I work overnight. Like, I would love to show up with just some pajamas on, but you can't really do that because it's not really professional. So next best thing is these scrubs. I had people tell me that you shouldn't wear scrubs because, like, scrubs are only if you're in the medical field. And I get that, but I don't know if that's entirely true. Like, are scrubs seriously, like, limited to, like, exclusive to the medical field? Like, do you have to be a medical professional to wear scrubs? If that's true, then I'll stop. Or I'll just go and like become a CNA in like 2 months and then I'm a medical professional. Because I don't want to give up my scrubs. I love my scrubs. Anywho, getting off topic. Chick shows up with a crop top. That's already like strike one for me. I'm like, what is she wearing? And then when she came in the house right away and she's messing with stuff and she's messing with the baby. Number one rule, and this should be for anybody that's going to be interacting with the newborn child. Wash your hands. They are newborns. They are fresh out the womb. They are highly susceptible to all of the germs and the grossness in the world. And their immune systems are very, very, very weak. Like they're fresh. They're new. They're brand new. So just wash your hands. And as a night nanny, when you come in the house, it's the first thing you do. You enter the house, you wash your hands, and then, you know, talk to mom or go hold the baby, what have you. So I'm already like, you know. And then, I don't know, like, there was that. And then she was just way too free, way too open, way too comfortable. Which with me, like when I start out with the family, I start off, you know, kind of coy, kind of shy, kind of reserved, kind of professional. And then like as the assignment goes on and I'm interacting with the parents, like I get to know the parents. And so then you become a little more comfortable. I can kind of see how they are as a family, what they like, what they're into, what they're comfortable with. And then I just kind of like open up myself to them according to kind of what they've shown me about themselves. But just right off the bat, this chick was like all for it. Just whatever. She was like drinking on the job. With the mom, of course, like they would sit and have wine and talk, and which was nice for them, but I'm like, all right. And there was one scene in the movie, y'all, where the night nanny like sleeps with the husband. So when I seen that, y'all, I was through. Like I was already not really feeling the movie, and it was kind of slow. It kind of dragged on. I didn't really know where it was going. Like even from the previews, it really just shows you the exhausted mom that hires a night nanny and things get better. So I just kind of thought it was going to be like a Mary Poppins type situation, not the typical Beware of the Nanny movie. I don't know. And I guess people are saying that the movie is not even about the night nanny. And I guess technically it's not. The movie was supposed to, I guess, shine a light to the world that, you know, like what motherhood is like what motherhood is really, truly like. Like, yes, it can be the fun birthday parties and the face painting and the singing and the dance parties and stuff like, but it's also hard and it's a lot of work and it's very tiring and exhausting and frustrating and draining. Y'all already know how I feel about it. If y'all watch my Popeyes video, I address why I don't have any children. This movie is why I don't have any kids. But I guess it's supposed to just be shining a light on what it really is like what motherhood really is like. And I guess if you want to tie it into the night nanny, if you need one, get one. If you need help, get help. If you can't do it all. You know, if you're tired and you're running low, you have to take care of you. You have to take care of mom. You have to take care of self. And it's okay to ask for help. I think if any mom or any person out here sees this video, that's the one thing I do want you to take from all of it. Is that as a mom, it is okay to ask for help. A lot of moms and I think it just varies. I've seen it both. I've seen moms that like in the movie, she tried to do it all and she overextended herself and it did not end well for her. And then you've got the people like my mom, you know, the single mothers with multiple children with no fathers, and they are literally doing it by themselves. Like, can it be done? Yes. Is it easy? No. Like, if you have help, if you can get help, rather it is your mom, rather it's your mom-in-law, rather it's a night nanny, rather it's a day nanny. Like, if you need help, get the help. Like, try to find help somewhere. Get help. It's okay to ask for help. Okay, I guess I'm done ranting. You guys, I don't know how I feel about this video. I feel like I didn't eat very much and I did a lot of talking. And let's go back and edit it and see what kind of talking I did. Yeah, I'm getting full. And more pizza. This pizza's pretty good. It's not delivering. It's DiGiorno. I like DiGiorno's frozen pizza. That's actually pretty good. I remember when DiGiorno first came out when I was a kid. This one is like some little artisan one that they had. So I figured I would try it because it looked good. And it actually looked a lot like the box. Like, it looks like the picture. It came out great. You guys, I'm getting full. I was gonna eat half of this broccoli and half of this pizza. I didn't quite make it to half. If I finished this slice, it would be half. But I'm struggling already. Yum. When I get full, but I continue to eat, I will put food in my mouth and very slowly consume it. And I think I do it because I feel like once it's in there, you gotta eat it. Like, even though my stomach is like, I'm full, we're good, you can stop there. I'm like, well, I'm gonna just sit down a few more bites. But I feel like nobody is ever so full that they're like, I can't swallow this. So if I put it in my mouth, I guess I just figure I'm gonna eat it. I didn't do too shabby though. Can you see? I did all right. Big truck passing by. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to think if I'm like remembering everything. Like, am I forgetting to say anything I wanted to say about the movie? I didn't finish telling you guys the scene about when she slept with the husband. Now, keep in mind, when you realize that she is the nanny, it's like, okay, well, really, the nanny didn't sleep with the husband because the wife and the nanny are the same person. So, like an alter ego, basically. And so she's talking to the nanny. They're having wine and they're being girlfriends. And they're talking about the mom's sex life and how it's pretty much non-existent. That's another thing. I'm not going to speak on that. I'm not going to speak on it. So, the night nanny's like, oh, come on, like, you should just, spice it up and do something. And then the mom says something along the lines of how the husband had a fantasy about, like, waitresses, like diner waitresses, and how she had bought this costume a while back to put on for him and she just never did it. And so the nanny is like, ooh, let's go do it. So I thought that she was gonna, you know, hype the mom up to put the costume on and then go in there and be all sexy and sleep with her husband. But she didn't. The nanny had the costume on. So the nanny's got the costume on and the mom's all giggly hee with the nanny, and they're like, okay, let's show the husband. And so they go upstairs and the nanny like wakes the husband up. She's like straddling him, and you know, she's got her little diner outfit on, and the mom's like, you know, telling the husband like just go with it, and then she's telling the nanny like, I'll tell you what he likes. And I was done, y'all. When I saw that scene, I was like, what the fuck? I mean, and then I'm like, look what you're doing to the whole nanny thing again. Like, you're still pushing that whole nanny sleeps with the husband thing. Like, can we not? And I don't know. So basically, when I saw that, I should have still known something wasn't right. I still didn't think about like a twist as far as like, oh, it's an alter ego and the nanny doesn't exist. I just knew something wasn't right. I knew something wasn't adding up. I'm like, this is not normal. Like, It was, I mean, it made sense at the end, but that scene, y'all, when I tell you I was like ready to walk out the theater, I was like, I do not like this movie. I don't know. I would give the movie, I don't know. Let me think about it. Let me think about how many stars I would give the movie, because I want to be fair. And it wasn't a horrible movie. I guess it just wasn't what I was expecting, but I don't really necessarily know what I was expecting either. So I don't know. Whew. You guys, that's how you can always tell when I'm getting full too. If you see me like start to lean back in my chair and then take that deep sigh, I'm full. Okay, well, that was my last bite. This was great. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like it. Don't forget to subscribe if you want. Don't forget to ask any questions down below. Don't forget to leave comments down below and all that other YouTube jazz. So I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.